We often think of innovation as this big lightning bolt moment, but in reality, it's more like a long, awkward dinner with uncertainty, a process full of detours, doubts, and unexpected insights. Today's guest has not only dined with uncertainty, he has hosted a banquet, flown across borders, and somehow convinced both engineers and politicians to show up. Welcome to another episode of School to Startup, where we explore how leading academics are shaping the future of entrepreneurship and innovation. I'm Harish, today's host. Joining us today, Professor Dr. Gerd. He's an program director and academic advisor, engineering and management at THI. Dr. Gerd, welcome to the show.
Yeah, Harish, thank you. Happy to be on your show and hopefully give some experience, some insights for entrepreneurs, for managers. Maybe I introduce myself briefly. I'm an engineer. I studied industrial engineering. I worked as a consultant afterwards in the high-tech industry before going actually back to school doing my PhD in how to run a software business, basically. Yeah, that was something I did a lot in my consulting projects, and I thought it was worthwhile writing down some texts on this. I then took some management positions in the telecom industry. And actually, I was a general manager for a particular region, doing sales, marketing, product management there. Unfortunately, my company declared for insolvency, so I had to do this business basically on my own, and did a little management buyout with two of my colleagues, and we set up an international distribution company. And we basically did sales and marketing for our clients in that region, which was Eastern Europe and Middle East and Africa. Next crisis happened, the financial crisis about 15 years ago. Our business model was not prepared for that, so we had to sell this business, and this is when I went to THI, becoming a professor for product management, innovation management, and entrepreneurship. So that's basically my journey so far. I've been with THI now for about 15 years.
This is an incredible journey. You have been a mayor, a founder, a consultant, and now you're shaping future of entrepreneurs in THI. What's something you're working on right now that makes you feel this is why I love teaching?
Obviously, I'm still teaching a lot, and I enjoy teaching very much. In terms of research, I'm working on a comprehensive textbook at the moment on product management, innovation management, and digitalization. I try to combine those three topics into one comprehensive textbook. This will hopefully be published beginning of 2026. So that's my research project at the moment. And in parallel, I'm doing some projects with students, obviously, but those are like more short-term topics.
Right. We will discuss that in deep. And for our viewers, if you're enjoying this conversation, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Tracxn channel. We've got more episodes like this coming up, and you don't want to miss them, right? So, Dr. Gerd, like you have been around startups way before it was cool. So what's something you're seeing now in the startup space that students really need to notice?
Okay, I can mainly speak for the German startup ecosystem. Yeah, I get some information about other ecosystems, but what I'm saying mainly refers to Germany. So there is a lot of support for startups now from various institutions in Germany, and that's particularly for the early phase of startups. Yeah, so the conceptual phase, the seed phase, there is good support. What is missing a little bit in Germany is the big money, yeah, for funding growth. So this is something where we definitely have to become better. And yeah, the private side is challenged here because this obviously cannot be done by the government. Universities become more active, yeah, and it's not just 2 or 3, but it's basically many universities trying to set up something to support founders and students that want to be entrepreneurs. So that's how I would describe the ecosystem at the moment. Maybe the biggest challenge is not formal support. It's maybe not even money. It's more the mindset of people. Yeah, many German students come to university to become a manager. Yeah, they want to work in the automotive industry. They want to become a department head or a division leader in some big industrial company. Yeah, very few of them start their studies and say, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to become an entrepreneur. That's our biggest challenge right now.
Understood. How is THI helping these challenges or addressing these challenges? Any new programs that you have started for students?
We've actually implemented the topic of entrepreneurship and innovation into all of our programs a little bit more than we have done that in the past. So there was a big initiative, and every program director was challenged to think about where innovation can be addressed, in which classes and so on. So I think we have done a good job there. So in terms of theory, students get probably some foundation, and we're working on the mindset topic. Yeah, we are like inviting guest speakers. We are showing some successes that we had, and we have established some support, some formal support structure as well. So there is some money. There is like startup coaches. There's some networking events. So there is a little ecosystem as well that startups can use at THI.
Understood. You have worked across the globe, right? China, the US, Italy, Kenya. What's something people often misunderstand about building startup, probably in different countries or different cultures?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, we did a little research about 1 or 2 years ago, contrasting the difference between the US and Germany, and there were some results. I cannot really talk about other countries too much. Yeah, in Germany, people are less risk friendly. Yeah, they try to always be on the safe side. They don't want to fail. Yeah, failure is a little bit of a stigma in Germany, or has been. Yeah, nowadays I'm telling students, you can only win if you start up. Yeah, you may lose some money, some little money. Yeah, but if it's not your bank account, your market value will definitely increase. Yeah, so if the project fails, this will be a very strong selling point for you to maybe join a big company later on. Yeah, so this is something we are working on also to motivate our students.
So Besides that, I just wanted to I wanted to understand your views on supporting the innovation, especially from students or universities, from governments and city administration. So,
Mhm.
what do you think about it?
So I'm mainly supporting students at the moment. I'm not giving advice to governmental authorities. So what I talk to students, or what I advise students, first of all, is to just give it a shot. Yeah, try it, and as I said, you cannot lose. Yeah, you can only win, and you will for sure win if you do it by heart and if you really dive into the topic. Yeah, and if you do it with a little team, yeah, that's always better than doing it on your own. Try to work with people you trust, that you feel comfortable with, maybe complementary skills if possible. So that's one advice. The second advice, and it's a little bit textbook advice, yeah, but that also works in reality. Be agile, yeah. Talk to your clients, talk to your partners. Don't waste too much time on your desk and building PowerPoint slide decks. Yeah, that's also necessary, but you have to talk to people. You have to really test the market. Yeah, and if students come back from such meetings, they're delighted. Yeah, they're more motivated than ever, and they change direction. Yeah, they pivot, as you can read in books. Yeah, so a consumer business turns into a business to business venture now, yeah, because of the feedback they receive. Yeah, so their value proposition changes. So this is just very important, and you can't do it too early. Yeah, so that would be
Um,
a second advice that I give to students.
Amazing. Amazing. So, looking ahead, how do you see universities' role changing in the startup and innovation space? Are we talking professors turning into VCs or something completely different?
Maybe in the far future, professors will be more active as investors, advisors, and so on. That's not really the case in Germany at the moment. Yeah, maybe some, yeah, but very few. But especially professors that are in research. Yeah, I would really hope that they become more. They go more into those roles as investors, as active advisors, maybe also as like managers for startups. Yeah. Um, at the moment, they see their roles as enablers. Yeah, teaching students, motivating students, providing a network, maybe, but not very active. Yeah, at least the majority of the professors. Yeah, so there is certainly exceptions of very entrepreneurial colleagues as well. And
Perfect.
universities, that was the first part of your question. Actually, universities are challenged by governments. Yeah, most universities in Germany, as you know, are private universities, not private, the other way around, public universities, and they are challenged by their respective governments, which is the state government, to provide such an ecosystem for startups and to motivate and enable students. Yeah, so the universities get money to do that, and they are becoming more active in like enablers for students and providers of ecosystems.
Perfect. And tell us more about your book. So, what can students expect from that book in brief, if you can explain?
Okay. Oh, in brief, it's very difficult. It's a 600
I know.
pages, somewhat
I know.
book. It starts with the statement that products is the most important thing in companies, right? So you can have a very good accounting department. Yeah, this will not save your company. So it's the products, and companies have to go back and think about how they come up with great products. So, and great products are not created by processes. Yeah, they are created by people. Yeah, by strong product people. We call product managers. Yeah, so we need a culture of product managers, and also we need to have good processes, yeah, that give the frame for developing those products. So that's the first thing, yeah. I'll talk about innovation a lot. Innovation not from a theoretical perspective, but from how do you do it, yeah? How do you bring innovations into particular products? And with innovation, I mean, not just technical innovations, yeah, not just AI or whatever, yeah. Innovation can also be on the marketing side. Innovation can be on the business model side, yeah. A successful innovation typically includes elements from the technology side, maybe a process innovation, maybe some changes in the business model, and last but not least, marketing innovations. Yeah, and if this comes together, you have a good chance that your product will be innovative. And the third part of my book, I'm probably running out of time a little bit. The third part of my book is digitalization, yeah, which is an important enabler for innovation. Yeah, it's not the subject of innovation; it's a big enabler. Yeah, and it can enable innovations in various ways. Yeah, and this is very important to understand.
Amazing and interesting too. I wish your book becomes the next Bible for all the startup entrepreneurs, student entrepreneurs who are starting their journey in product and services market. So all the best for that. And before we wrap, where can people follow your work or find out more about your latest project, research, or your foundation, your your coursework that you're doing at THI?
Yeah, obviously on the THI website, I can be found. Yeah, I can also be found as a lecturer. We have recently launched a new online program for professionals called Global Engineering and Management, which not only prepares people for working in big international companies, but also it's a good enabler to start up an own company. Yeah, so if somebody's interested in that program, they are very welcome to talk to me. I can introduce the program, and I'm also teaching 2 or 3 lectures in this particular program. So that's all on our website. Very easy to find. Global Engineering and Management, that's the name.
Perfect. All right. So they say the startup journey feels like an awkward dinner with uncertainty. Today, I think we were served a gourmet course with stories, systems, and the kind of honesty that make you sit up straighter. Thanks again to Dr. Gerd for the insights, and to you all for tuning in. And to everyone viewing, your next venture might not need more funding. It might need just more clarity. So if you enjoyed this episode, give us a like, drop a comment, and hit subscribe. We've got more conversation coming with the mind shaping the future of entrepreneurship and innovation. See you in the next one.